I'd like to talk about how the Arduino analog write function works. It takes two parameters, a pin corresponding to the number of the pin on the board, and a value which represents the voltage that you would like to output on the pin between 0 and 5 volts. Because it's an analog write, it means that we should be able to continuously vary the voltage smoothly over the whole range of 0 to 5 volts. In reality, we can pick 256 different values of voltage between 0 and 5 volts. The way the system works is that the pin will either be high or low. It'll be either at 0 volts or 5 volts. But it changes back and forth quickly between those voltages, so that if you take the average of the voltage, you get a smoothly, the average of the 0 and 5, you get a smoothly changing function. The way it works is this. For a value of 0 at the input, the output of the pin is always 0 volts, and the average is 0. For a value of 128 in the value, you get a square wave out that is 50% high and 50% low. If you take the average of 0 and 5 volts, you get 2.5 volts. If you set the value to 255, the biggest 8-bit value that you can, then the output is always high and the average is 5 volts. Because you can set the pulse width to any value from 0 to 100%, you can get any average value voltage from 0 to 5 volts. The averaging circuit that we're going to use is a simple resistor capacitor low-pass filter. The PWM pin is connected to a resistor, in this case a 10 kilo ohm resistor, and through a 1 microfarad capacitor, which together give a time constant of about 1/100th of a second. And that will smooth the 490 hertz pulse width modulator to give an approximate average voltage at the output. If you want a smoother average, a smoother voltage, increase the size of the capacitor. If you don't mind the output being a little bit choppy, you can decrease the size. So overall then, we're going to have a function where the average voltage versus value, as value goes from 0 to 255, the average voltage at the output will go from 0 to 5 volts. Every time you choose a different value on the same pin, you'll get a different voltage.